Hi, everybody, it's Don, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. As I'm getting ready to fly home today from Germany, I, uh, I read an article today about a passenger who's unhappy with a change that Carnival has made to their cruise line. And while I understand it, as far as the cruise line is concerned, and I understand that they're allowed to do certain things, I don't think their explanation is the best. So, a passenger recently has tried to get in contact with Carnival and then reached out to John Heald on his Facebook page saying that their destination for their cruise has changed from going to Nassau to going to Celebration Key, the new private island. And they say that they have not been given an explanation as why the change is made. They have not been given any compensation for changing the destination to where they're going. And they say, you know what? People pick their cruises often because of the destination you're going to, not because of, other things, right? So I absolutely get that. A lot of times you choose your destination before you even choose the ship. I want to go to the Mediterranean for a cruise. Now you look at the cruise ships that are available, right? You don't go, I want to go on the Symphony of the Seas in the Med. Oh, it doesn't go to the Med. So I guess I'll go to Alaska instead. You go by the destination. And so when a destination is changed to a private island, it really looks more like a money saving and money grab, if you know what I mean, for the consumer, for us as cruisers out there. Now, there are lots of free things to do, as John Heald has pointed out, saying, there are thousands of free lawn chairs, and there's a beach, and there's a pool you can sit at, all for free, all of which are not available in Nassau. You won't find free chairs to sit in Nassau. You won't find a free pool to sit around in Nassau. True, but you also won't find historic sites, local cuisine, the local connection to the people in Perfect Day, in Celebration Key. Both destinations have their own thing, right? You will have to pay for certain things in Nassau. You will definitely have to pay for certain things in Celebration Key. You want to drink in Celebration Key? You gotta pay for it. You want to go on the water slides? You gotta pay for it. You want that over the water bungalow? You gotta pay for it, right? It is a private island, and it is a business, and they're making money, and it makes sense for a cruise line to go, you know what? The more we go to these private destinations, the more money we make, the less distance we have to travel, the less time we have to worry about cruise ports, not letting us in, or super busy cruise ports because of overcrowding. We own it, we run it, we control how many ships are in a day. We can figure out everything ourselves. Makes sense from a cruise line's point of view. However, this is starting to become a destination now instead of going to visit countries. If you know, we have Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Now they want to build Perfect Day at Mexico. They have the Royal Caribbean Club now in Nassau being built. They have Celebration Key. We have Norwegian Cruise Line upping their private island and spending millions and millions of dollars there to revamp it as well. So the cruise lines are making those destinations, and I see why. Like I said, they can control everything. They can control the crowds. They control the people. However, if you're someone who takes cruises because you love to visit different countries, taste different foods, visit different cultures, visit historical sites, visit ruins, visit, the wine distilleries, you're not going to get that on any private island, right? You're not. You're going to get beaches, water slides, maybe you can go jet skiing, maybe, things like that. You're not going to be immersed in the culture of the destination. And now John Hield has tried to say you're going to have a great time at Celebration Key. Yeah, maybe. That's not the point that the cruiser's trying to make, though. The cruiser's trying to make that I wanted to go to Nassau. I wanted to visit that country and that city. I didn't want to go to Celebration Key, the private island, and spend all day on a beach or by a pool. I can do that on the cruise ship. I can sit by the pool on the cruise ship, I can order a drink, and it won't cost me anything because it's in my drink package. Celebration Key's drink package doesn't include the private island. So, yeah, there are some big differences, and I can see where the client, the consumer, the cruiser, is a little upset over this situation. The thing that I find, and most people found with this whole topic was, well, it's in the cruise contract. We can change it whenever we want, and we don't have to tell you why. Okay. Just because you don't have to doesn't mean you shouldn't, right? If you're changing it because you feel the consumer will really enjoy the new private island and you want them to experience the private island that you've just spent millions of dollars building and are very proud of, say that. Say that. If you're doing it to save the environment, save money, save fuel, save gas, say that. Give some kind of reason. Just coming out and saying, well, you know what? We don't have to say it, so we're not gonna. Tough noogies. Well, that's not real good consumer relations, right? And also telling somebody, you know what? You're going to have a good time over there. Well, maybe they won't. Maybe they're not beach people. If you're not a beach person, a private island is a horrible place to visit, right? If you're 70, you don't like sitting on the beach, and you don't want to sit around a pool, and you don't want to go on the water slides or jet ski, you want to go visit the ruins. You want to go visit something of culture. You want to do fine cuisine of a culture. Then the private islands don't do it for you. They don't do anything for you. And I can see being upset about it. And I can see wanting your money back for it. And just because you don't have to give a reason, I don't think that's a great reason not to give why you're doing it. If you're proud of your private island, say so. If you're saving money, say so. If there's a port problem, say so. Just don't leave it hanging and say, tough cookies, everybody. You're going where we say you're going, and you're going to like it. Because that's what it sounds like John Hield said in this case to the customer. That's not terrific customer service. Let me know in the comment down below. What do you guys think? Should they at least offer some feeble excuse? And no matter what happens, we're still going to cruise. Well, until next time, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. We'll see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.